Morning rituals. So, this is a very important thing that most people recommend nowadays, but I'll give you my gist about it and what I learned. Right? So, back in the day when I was a kid, there wasn't really much literature about what is success and how you can achieve it. So, I was always frustrated with the mediocre life that I had, whatever it was, not being able to get what I wanted all the time. And it was really frustrating. So when I came of age at around 15 or 14, I'd say, when I was able to read and try to find out what this world is all about, I opened up this entire world of the internet and books and all these things which talked about many different things like success and how to achieve success and rituals and experiments and whatnot, right? I did all this, and today the problem is not what do you do to get successful because that's already there, but it's who do you follow? There'll be some X guy who says do ABC, and there'll be some Y guy who says do DEF, and there'll be some Z guy who says do something else. So, who do you follow? What do you do? So, I'll just give you what I learned and what works for me. If this works for you, great, use it. If it doesn't work for you, find something that works for you, or at least try this. So, in any endeavor that you have in life, right? You must fundamentally accept the fact that it will take time for you to practice and get good. There is no one in the world who can just pick up a golf stick and just hit it once and it'll directly go and fall in the hole. There's nobody like that. If there is somebody like that, that's not you. That's why you're not watching the video. That's not me as well. Why I want to make this clear is every single time that we think about success, if somebody like Mark Zuckerberg comes to you or somebody like Bill Gates comes to your head, comes to your mind, what happens is you would think that you also should be a billionaire by age 24, or you should be a billionaire and you should have $1 billion. That's not the case, right? Why? The reason is that they were just in the right place at the right time. So Bill Gates, if you want to know his story, you can just read the book Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. So he's a friend of mine, Malcolm Gladwell, and you can just go and read about that book, read that book, and figure out what made Bill Gates Bill Gates. Figure out what made Steve Jobs Steve Jobs. Figure out everything. All that has been researched and is written in that book. You can go and do it. Similar story with Mark Zuckerberg. You can just duplicate the same thing that happened to Bill Gates with Mark Zuckerberg, and it was absolutely the same thing. That was it. Right. So rituals. So why I talk about rituals is this is one of my rituals. I'm doing a vlog right now, and this is a ritual of mine that I do every single weekday. Why do I do it every single weekday? The reason is if I don't do it every single weekday, I will slip, and I want to get good at this over time. Similarly, every day I wake up at a certain time. You probably do as well. I write in the mornings. This is my morning ritual. I have a priming routine that I do. I use the Tony Robbins priming routine. It does wonders. What happens? I do that priming routine. You can just Google Tony Robbins priming routine and you'll find it. It's a 14-minute routine. You do that, you feel charged up, you feel like you can go and take on the day. 14 minutes is something that you can afford to give yourself, right? Why do I do these things and how often should you take on new rituals? So, if you want to start a new ritual, start it today, tomorrow, or whenever that you want to start it. I'd recommend that you start as soon as possible. And for the first 30 days of that ritual, just make sure that you do the ritual. And let us say you pick something like meditation, which many people think is important, and I do as well. And I'm unable to do right now because of my ritualistic obligations. So I have given priority to some other rituals which are probably more important to me than meditation itself. And meditation, and this is wisdom from all the great people, people think that meditation is supposed to be if you are doing 20 minutes of meditation, you will have eternal bliss or you will have this special heightened feeling where you are like God or something like that. Enlightenment, maybe that's what the right word is. The truth is, if you're doing 20 minutes of meditation, all the great people, this has been said again and again. 19 minutes is like, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about that. Yeah, that's it. This happens even to the great people, even to the big guys, even to people who you admire. But you know what's different between them and amateurs? Amateurs think that perfection is required, they think doing is required. That's the only difference. Amateurs think that it should be perfect. Professionals know that it will not be perfect on day one, it will not be perfect on day two, it will not be perfect on day three. But you must never leave the you must never stop striving for perfection. You need to get better at it. You need to do it well. At least make the attempt to do it well. If it doesn't go well, that's a different story. But at least you need to make the attempt. That is most important. And this is the only thing that matters when it comes to rituals. So let us recap rituals. So first thing, rituals have to be done only one per 30 days. Don't take on too many rituals. Second thing, make sure that your ritual is easy enough to follow. So if you have a 2 hour gym routine, make a ritual something so small like if you reach the gym at X time, whatever, 8 a.m. or 5 a.m. that you want to go to the gym, you are successful. That's it. What you do at the gym is irrelevant. Just going to the gym at so and so time is success for you. What happens is this boosts your willpower. You feel better. You go to the gym, and even if you do little bit, it doesn't really matter because you have already reached success by going to the gym. You define success as something that is so simple to achieve that you can't not achieve it. Do you get it? All right. And third thing is don't expect it to be perfect from day one. Just continue to do it forever. Okay, just keep doing it. Don't pick rituals that are stupid, or don't pick rituals like I need to do this for 10 days or something. Don't do such things. Pick only rituals which will give you real value to your body, your mind, your soul, your financial situation, your relationships, your emotional situation. All of these things only matter if they are really adding value. Why would you want to spend valuable willpower on habits that you don't want to form? Nobody would do that, right? That is the thing. That is the thing we need to figure out here. This has been my experience. I have very much benefited from habits. I used to work in like pretty much any time, day, night. I used to stay awake till 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm telling you, the control I have now, the freedom I have now with a set schedule and getting up at 7 a.m. every day is unparalleled to the kind of freedom I thought I was getting. Even though it feels like you get freedom when you don't need to have a schedule, but I'm telling you, discipline is freedom. Because the moment you get things done, you're free to do anything else. And everybody wants to get things done. That's the truth of life. Hope you had a good time. Just watch this video. If you have any questions, put them in the comments and I'll answer them as soon as possible. Bye.